What's going on, everybody? This is Living in Arizona Now, and today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Arizona in 2021. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look. Alright, so let's dive in here and talk about these pros. The first one we're going to talk about is the weather 7 to 8 months out of the year. So from about late September until the end of May, it's tolerable. And that's pretty good considering most of the country, Chicago, New York, all up northeast, very cold. So for those of you who are looking to move to Arizona, you're going to enjoy the warm weather that we get in the winter. Right now, it is December, just before Christmas, like 69 degrees. I'm wearing this sweater, but I don't need to wear this sweater. I'm actually wearing shorts. If you look, you can see I'm wearing shorts. So shorts in the summer, in winter, right in December. So cost of living in Arizona is still a pro. Even though cost of living is going up, it's still not as high as places like New York, Boston, Seattle, California. So cost of living in Arizona is still relatively affordable. In some places like northern Arizona and northeastern Arizona, you can still get cheap land. Here in Phoenix Metro, we have areas where you can find homes in the 2s and the 3s. But, it is going up. As of right now, I consider cost of living in Arizona still relatively good and a pro. So we'll see where it goes from here, but right now it's still a pro. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is new developments and modern amenities here in Arizona. Phoenix, Tucson, always booming. New areas are developing. Right here where we're at right now in North Phoenix, lots of new developments taking place. Southeast Phoenix has new developments. Buckeye area on the west side of Phoenix has new developments all across the state of Arizona, even Flagstaff, Prescott. Very modern and new compared to the older cities of the East Coast and even some of California. So you get modern infrastructure, which I consider to be a pro out here in Arizona. And so the next thing we're going to talk about is jobs. The job market in Arizona is still pretty strong, and it's getting stronger as many companies from California relocate here because of the cost of living. You get lots of tech companies. You have Intel, GoDaddy, and you have some of these new smart car manufacturers like Nikola and Lucid Motors building out here. So you have an emerging tech scene, and you still have some of the old jobs in mining and other technologies that are still here, finance. So pretty good jobs out here in Arizona. So it's really hard to be unemployed in Arizona, I would say. You just basically not have to be looking. All right, so next up is going to be cleanliness. Arizona, because it is still new and modern, it is very clean. You go on the streets, you'll see the clean sidewalks, clean roads. It's still really clean place, as you can see inside this building here. Very nice, and it smells good. So cleanliness in Arizona is a pro, in my opinion. So another pro is the safety in Arizona. Arizona does have its tough, rough areas, but for the most part, it really is a safe place. You could see, you could just walk pretty much anywhere this time of day, male or female, without any real problems. We do have some tough areas, like I said, but I would say for the most part, Arizona is a pretty safe place. We have very few natural disasters, and we do get fires, but we don't get very many hurricanes or tornadoes or earthquakes. So really a pretty safe place if you're looking for that. So outdoor activities in Arizona, in my opinion, is a pro. Whether it's going up to the high country, going out to a lake, going off-roading into the mountains, hiking, going with your dog. Plenty of hikes all across Arizona, really. I mean, it's one of the best hiking states that I've been to. Just tons of outdoor activities. Water sports are really big. You get a jet ski, you get a boat. It's really popular with people out here. So camping, RVing, going up to the high country, the Mogollon Rim, up there walking around the Native American archaeological sites, Grand Canyon. All of northern Arizona is really an interesting place to explore. So outdoor activities in Arizona, in my opinion, some of the best around. So the next thing is going to be friendly people. Most of the people around Phoenix and Arizona, northern Arizona, are friendly. Tucson's got some friendly people. Small towns in Arizona got some really friendly people. I could name off so many different places where the people are just positive energy. We do have our areas where people are considered a little bit snobby or a little bit aggressive, depending on the areas you're in. But for the most part, Arizona has really friendly people in my opinion. My neighbors are always friendly to me everywhere I've gone. So some additional things to know about living in Arizona is we have 4 pro sports teams: Arizona Cardinals, the Phoenix Suns, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Arizona Coyotes. We also have soccer, so we have the Arizona Rising, or the Phoenix Rising soccer team. We have the Phoenix Open, also known as the Waste Management Open Golf Tournament. We have NASCAR here, so lots of sporting activities here in the state of Arizona, and I consider that as pro because I'm a big sports fan. So there you go. So now we're going to talk about the cons. The first thing I'm going to mention is the air quality. So in the summertime, the air quality can be pretty bad. We got, this summer alone, we got the smoke from California out here, and we had some dust in the air, you know, the haboobs that come in. We also sit in a valley in Phoenix. We had it in Tucson, a little bit of air pollution down there. There is one place in Arizona that does get some pretty good air quality. That would be in Prescott. But if you're in the big cities like Phoenix and Tucson, air quality not so good with the dust, the smoke, and just the lack of rain. Because with the lack of rain, you know, causes a problem out here. So that's the first con. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is driving in Arizona. So if you're going to be living out here in Arizona, whether you're in Phoenix or Tucson, you're going to be driving on freeways a lot, lots of driving. I'm sitting in traffic right now up here in North Phoenix, but if you need to get to Flagstaff or Prescott, you're going to have to take the I-10 or some of these other highways in between there, and you're just going to have to get used to driving a lot in Arizona. It's something that people become very good at, but also that's why people drive very fast and aggressive out here. So you're going to deal with aggressive drivers who are trying to get from one side of town to the other because they're so bored driving all the time, but they're also very experienced drivers. As far as the transportation that goes along with that, there isn't very much public transportation. We don't have very many train systems. I mean, we have Amtrak, but it doesn't even go through Phoenix. It goes south through Maricopa. We do have some Greyhound buses that you can take, but I would say for the most part, lots and lots of driving in a car like I'm doing right now. All right, so I know that we talked about the cost of living being a good thing here in Arizona, but also I'm going to now mention it on the cons because prices are on the rise. You know, there's instability with the inflation that's occurring. So prices in Scottsdale or North Phoenix, for example, shooting up. Even Queen Creek prices going up 10, 15, 20, 30%, sometimes even in the span of 18 months. So cost of living is going up. I know it's happening across America, but it's especially hitting here in Phoenix here recently. I'm noticing it and I'm hearing about it. So this is a con. All right, so another thing out here is it's really hard to garden because of the inconsistent weather. In the winters, we get freezes. In the summers, we get extreme intense heat, which kills plants. I mean, even if you look at the desert vegetation, this is still yellow from the heat that we got, and we'll see how it turns out here in the spring, but it's really hard to garden out here because in the winter we get frost, in the summertime we get that heat. So gardening and growing things, I mean, even if you look at this tree right here, you can tell it's not doing too good. I mean, this is kind of common all throughout, and I did have a garden in my backyard. It's tough, it can be done, but it's a really big challenge, I would say. So this one's going to be about poisonous things that can kill you, literally. We have the only poisonous lizard in the United States, a Gila monster, rattlesnakes, scorpions are no fun, bugs, and then you have cactuses, which can get in your feet if you're walking around, pop your basketball, pop your football, pop your bike tire. Poisonous things and cactuses like this can actually be a bit of a nuisance for some people. So another con that has come up from other people, I've heard them say this, it is getting crowded here. In particular in Phoenix and Tucson, lots of snowbirds coming here in droves. I mean, lots of people moving here from California back east. You can see there's tons of construction going on all around. And that also leads to the next point about driving on the roads. Road construction, almost all over town, there's some road being under construction. You can't leave home without dealing with some sort of construction. So because of all of the overpopulation that's kind of coming here and to the metro areas like Phoenix and Tucson and even Prescott and Flagstaff. So we'll see how that works out. And another con is the extreme hot summers. This summer, I mean, it was wicked hot. We had more days over 110 than we ever had. We had more days over 100 degrees than we ever had. So the hot summers, really, you just want to get the heck out of Phoenix. Even if you're in the north part of Arizona, it really is unbearable to be out here. So that is something that I consider to be a con. But 8 to 9 months out of the year, pretty reasonable weather. Okay, so just wanted to throw that out there as a con, and don't say I didn't warn you. All right, that's going to conclude the pros and cons of Arizona. Hope you guys enjoy your time out here. There is a lot more pros than there are cons, and if this is your first time to this channel, you can subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you guys on the next one.